Monster Hunter World for me is like that one restaurant which I was so reluctant to eat from despite hearing good things about it. But after finally daring to spend my money on it one day, I totally forgot about the regulars for the next few months. Monster Hunter World is very addicting. That is one of the main reasons why the Assassin's Creed Unity video took so long. And this really surprises me because I'm not someone who likes to grind for stuff in video games. I'm the kind of guy who literally gets consumed with regret after spending 2 hours of my day completing the same level in Neo from a different route. And now the same guy is hunting an Gigante for the 10th time to get that one gem. So that had me questioning what's different with this game. Why am I not rolling my eyes into the brain when I'm running around the same map again and again? Why am I not filled with dread when I think about hunting an Anjanath for God knows how many time? Why does the thought of bonking these animals into extinction fills me with excitement? I figure two main reasons: the monster AI and the progression system. Let me start with the monster AI. Big bad monsters, several games have it, including from software games. I love fighting them, but standing square against those forces of nature and beating them on their turf doesn't feel the same like when I have to run around holding on to my dear life as they chase me down like some rabid dog. But do not come at me with pitchforks and bats. I am, after all, a From Software fanboy, at least in regards to their recent titles since the Dark Souls 1. But the way the monsters behave in this game just feels authentic. Not that I would know how an actual monster will attack a puny human charging towards it with an oversized sword, but I definitely imagine it would be chaotic, and it will respond with untamable, maddening fury. Simply put, other games' monsters feel like they have some level of thought process going on in their heads, but monsters in Monster Hunter World just brings in utter chaos, and I love that more. But of course, such chaos on a continuous basis would end up becoming tiresome. After all, running away from a rabid beast is at the end the display of our weakness, and staying that way is never fun. Which brings me to the topic of progression. Monster Hunter gameplay loop is simple. Go kill monster, craft a gear, go kill tougher monsters, craft a better gear, and so on. It's an endless cycle of hunting addiction that successfully pulled me into the infamous thought process of just one last hunt. It's like the plate of baby corn on the table. I'll just have one more, I think to myself every time I grab another one from the plate until the plate is empty. The progression in this game is just handled with utmost care. Handled by the equipment pieces, the game, thanks to the great heavens, does not follow the small percentage increment formula and has its own system in its place where armor pieces have skills attached to them, along with a base defense and value and of course some elemental resistance. This makes hunting very fun because it adds purpose to it, a proper objective, a solid goal. You see, I'm not hunting Rathalos hoping that he drops a new shiny armor that will be better than the one that I'm wearing right now. I'm hunting it to collect its parts for crafting a piece of armor that has my required skills, and that piece of armor will suffice me until the end of the game. Of course, it's not that straightforward. There are equipments that I had to drop eventually, but frequency and process of that is such that it doesn't feel like I'm wasting my time. The builds that I make here putting so much thought doesn't become obsolete after just a few minutes, and this makes the rewards of my grind feel worthwhile. But that is not all though. Bringing the baby corn into pictures again, I love it because of its nice blend of flavor, a little sweet with a touch of spiciness in it. Progression in Monster Hunter is also a nice blend of RPG system and the player's own skills. Of course, better equipments help me going from this to this, but my own skill set and knowledge of the monster also brought in the difference between my first Nergigante encounter and my latest Nergigante hunt. In this game, the gear only helps me by giving better stats, but at the end, it's still important as a player to actually get good in order to find an opening, avoid getting hit, know when to trade hits, and at the end become a successful hunter. Of course, learn the map so that I can use the environmental traps and stuff to be a better hunter. The equipments only boost the hunter's survivability. The hunter's victory is entirely on his or her own hands. This fine blend between RPG system and player's own skill requirement is something that I have not found in any other game, and it makes this game so hard to resist. Because as a hunter, as a player, I get to see myself progress in all aspects of it. But of course, that is not the end of all things that the game does right. There are so many more things, a well-balanced lineup of weapon classes that neither of them feel lacking an overall feel of the combat, the weight behind every swing, especially the Grace sword, and the overall way the hunt goes about that makes me feel like a hunter, and probably many more things. The point is, this game is just finely crafted with a proper direction to give the player an experience that they will not get anywhere else, and everyone who loves it will definitely have something that grasps them firmly, making them put in hundreds of hours in this game. With that said, what is it that made you love this game so much? Share it in the comments below. I would love to hear about it from my fellow hunters, and while you're at it, please do hit the like button if you enjoyed this and consider subscribing to the channel for more contents. I do live streams also of various games, so who knows, maybe you will catch me playing your favorite game for the first time and get to see my raw impressions. Also, you can check out our Discord. It's a tiny little community and I believe it will be merrier with more people in it. With all that said and done, good night or have a good day as situation may be, and I'll see you guys on the next one. See ya.